Hey everyone, it's me, Music by Nickie, and today I'm going to teach you how to hold a violin bow. So, it looks like this. This is how you hold your bow. Look like that. Bam, look at that. But I'm going to start beginners looking like that. Wonderful. I'm going to teach you how to do it really quick. So, this is what you got to remember when you hold the bow. Bent thumb, curved pinky on top of the stick, and a hugging first finger and these middle two fingers in the middle. Okay, so the bow hold, when you hold a violin bow, I'm going to do a lot of different videos on this, but this is just really quick version. So you kind of want a little fox shape when you hold it. Okay, this is the most important part, and this is how I hold the bow, but this is very effective, so I'm going to go with it. So the bent thumb, right? Really important for the bent thumb. Okay, and then you have the parts of your fingers right there. You're going to bend that, and you have this shape, okay? So any of you have kids learn the violin, or you're one of my students, we're always go practice this. Okay, you want a nice open shape right there. Okay, so this is important for the bow right here. You see how my wrist and arm is moving? Okay, really important. Okay, we don't want the bow to be like this. Okay, we don't want it to be like this. All right, we don't want it straight. Okay, we don't want to make like a we don't want to make a right angle here because it will make us bow like this. We don't want to bow like this, okay? So when we bow, we want the wrist to come down like that, okay? Like how you punch someone in the nose, but you're doing it down, okay? So that's how you do the downstroke, like that, okay? Down, wha, wha, with the bow. So that's how you go down. And then when you go up with the bow, you act like you're scratching your nose a little bit, okay? So it's like that. Okay, but you're going to have the bow in your hand like that, okay? So down like that, up like that is the motion we're going for. So to do that, we need an important bow hold, okay? So that's why we work on holding the bow. So this is your hand shape for the bow, okay? Your fingers are together like this, okay? This part of the bow is called the screw. This is the eye. This is called the ferrule, like on a paintbrush, okay? It's where the metal meets the horsehair, okay? Just like a paintbrush, right? And this is just some pretty, little like shell. Ugh, this bow needs to be rehaired. And you have whoever made the bow right there. And then we call this the winding, okay? Right? And horsehair. And we use horsehair because it's soft and strong. Okay, and then this part's just called the stick. The adjusting screw again, also on the bottom, has usually like some shell. Okay, then middle part of the bow, the lower part of the bow, the middle part of the bow, and the upper part of the bow. We call it halves though, so we call it lower half, middle half, upper half, even though there's three, not half, and tip. Okay, so when you pull the bow down, it's called down bow. When you go up, up bow, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So, you don't hold the bow like this. No, you grab a violin bow and you do it like this. It's just, it's going to sound bad either way when you first start, but it's really, really going to sound bad if you hold it like this. Also, I have a lot of students that do this. I correct it all the time, but I'm like, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why they hold their fingers up in there like that. When I started, my pinky was really straight like that, you know. Sometimes you're going to see fiddle players hold the bow way up here. Sometimes you're going to see Baroque players hold it differently. Cellists hold it differently, all that. So the bow hold is really special and unique because it's our way of expressing. It's like being a vocalist. It's our singing. It's our vocal cords. Super important. And it's also like a painter. It's like a painter's paintbrush, okay? There's a lot of intricacies in the strokes. So really important to have a flexible bow hold because you want to be able to sing out the notes. So you want flexibility in that, okay? So also you want floppy wrists like this, okay? And then when you hold the bow, you're going to have your wrist above your elbow like that and flop. Super floppy. Super floppy. So anyone who holds the bow like this, it's going to sound terrible, okay? Tension and the violin do not mix, and I'll say that a lot. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. You put with your left hand, you're going to hold the bow away from you like this, okay? And I learned this from Mr. Griffin a long time ago, okay? So I'm going to repeat it now. You hold the bow away like this, okay? So usually when I'm teaching my students, I'm like turned around, but towards the camera, so let's go like this. All right. So about like there, okay? Now you're going to hold. I'm going to get closer, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to have your hand like this, and you want it flat like a tabletop. 2 fingers are going to go over the dot like this, and then you're going to align your pinky with the screw, but don't put it on the screw. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then first, we call him Silver Surfer because he's going to go up here. Now, see, it's flat, and it's going to look like this. So you're going to want to, like, do that. Don't do that yet, okay? Think about those 2 dots, okay? Make sure they're against. Ooh, like that. Flat, 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 flat. Making sure this is right because you want to practice every day. You want to practice it every day. Okay. Then you're going to turn your bow with your left hand, and you're going to let your knuckles naturally curve with the bow like that. Good. So now I'm saying good to myself. Like, good job, Nickie. Okay, so they're going to look like that. So make sure the back of your knuckles are like hugging the stick of the bow. You want to hug the stick of the bow. Make sure that screw, you're not on it, okay? The pinky has a job. And he's going to curl like that. Let me get that. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, good. Okay, we're working on this. And then beginner bow hold with the thumb bent on the ferrule like that. Okay? So thumb bent, and that first finger is now going to hug. Okay? So hug the first finger, bent thumb, 2 fingers over the dot, curved pinky. Just repeat that self to your lot. Bent thumb, hugging first finger, 2 fingers over the dot, curved pinky. Okay? Then once you have this shape, it's going to fall apart a lot, and it's going to feel really awkward when you first start playing. But you just kind of keep putting it back. It's like a mold. It's like a sculpture. Some Play-Doh. You're going to keep molding it and putting it back together, okay? So it's going to feel awkward. You want to hold your bow loosely, though. That's the trick. Your palm and your wrist need to be loose, okay? So loose. Just super loose, okay? Super chill. Super relaxed. That's how you want your palm to be when you play, okay? Because you want those smooth sounds. So really relaxed in there, okay? So then sometimes I'll grab the student's bow, and I'll say, all right, shake out your hand, okay? And just shake it out. And then grab it again, okay? So we got some other tips for the bow hold, okay? One I like to do is you get a marker when you're away from your bow. Ooh, like a thick one like this one. This is a good one, okay? A little highlighter. All right, so then you practice your bow hold with the highlighter. Check that out. Ooh, bow hold. So I'll be like, okay? Practice without the bow, okay? And you do that with the violin too. Practice without it, okay? Like, and that helps so much. So we got that. Other part of the bow is to think about the functions of the hand, okay? So I like to compare it to teeter-totter or a seesaw, right? So your thumb is like the fulcrum. These 2 go over the thumb, okay? And these are the 2 little people. 2 little people on the seesaw. Look at that. You got to practice that. That's for your bow. That pinky is so it can help distribute the weight of your arm into the bow, okay? Because we don't use tension. We use arm weight and speed and momentum to create beautiful sounds on the violin. Bet you didn't know that. Okay. All right. So if you want lessons, sign up with me. I'm doing online lessons, and I'm doing some local lessons in Jacksonville with some masks, okay? So, or hit me up for online lessons. I would love to meet you. You can sign up for a free consultation. So check out my link below or send me a message for any questions, and I will answer them. Thanks, guys. Have a good